Comprehensive geriatric assessment, a holistic approach. A comprehensive geriatric assessment, this is a multidisciplinary evaluation. This is designed to identify and address the unique needs of every older adults. It goes beyond traditional medical assessment or yung ating head-to-toe assessment because this will take into consideration the physical, the functional, the cognitive, social, emotional, and environmental factors. Aging is associated with physical, cognitive, social, and emotional changes. When we say CGA or Comprehensive Geriatric Assessment, again, this is a multidisciplinary approach to assess the overall health and functional status of older clients. This will help us identify areas of need and develop individualized patient care. Now, what are the components of CGA or Comprehensive Geriatric Assessment? We have the medical history, functional assessment, cognitive assessment, social and emotional assessment, as well as environmental assessment. Okay. Now, under medical history, the first thing that we are going to assess here or to include here will be the past illnesses. Okay. You need to have a detailed review of the previous health conditions, including the surgeries, and hospitalizations. Okay. Included also under the medical history will be the current medications. This will be the list of all prescribed over-the-counter, including herbal medications that the older client is taking. We will also assess allergies. This is identification of any allergies to medication, food, or any other substances. Okay. Under medical history, we will also assess for family history. Okay, that will be included. A review of families' health conditions, particularly those with genetic implications or genetic diseases or illnesses. After the medical history, you will also take note of the functional assessment. When we say functional assessment, this pertains to the functioning of the person that will include ADLs or activities of daily living. So we will assess the ability to perform basic self-care tasks like bathing, dressing, eating, and toileting. Included also in the functional assessment will be the instrumental activities of daily living or the IADLS. So we will evaluate the ability to manage complex tasks such as cooking, cleaning, shopping, and use of transportation. Another assessment area in the functional assessment will be mobility. So here we are going to assess the gait, the balance, and the need for assistive devices. Okay. Kasama din ang continence. We will evaluate bladder and bladder control. Now, after the functional assessment, we will proceed with the cognitive assessment. This is where we are going to assess the mental status. So we will assess orientation, memory, attention, language, and other executive functions. We will also assess here for presence of dementia. So we will do dementia screening. Under dementia screening, you can just download a standardized tool to identify if there is cognitive or if there is presence of cognitive decline among other clients. Okay? We will also assess for delirium. We will do delirium screening. Again, there will be an available tool online that you can download and use to do delirium screening. Here, we are going to evaluate for acute changes in mental status. Okay? Now, social and emotional assessment will be done also after the cognitive assessment. Part of the social and emotional assessment will be assessing for the presence of social support. We will assess the availability of family, friends, and community resources. Okay? We will assess for the emotional well-being. We will evaluate for depression, anxiety, or presence of other mental health conditions. Okay? Social and emotional assessment will also include quality of life. We will assess the individual satisfaction with life and overall well-being. After the social and emotional assessment, you will do environmental assessment. So we will assess the environment. We will evaluate the safety, accessibility, and suitability of the living space based on the present condition of the older client. We will assess for community resources. You will identify available services and support such as transportation, presence of home care, and senior citizen centers. Okay? So financial situation will also be part of your environmental assessment. You will assess income, assets, and potential financial challenges. Ano ba ang goal why we need to do comprehensive geriatric assessment? Beyond our head-to-toe assessment, why do we need to take in other factors that will be included in the comprehensive geriatric assessment? This is for us to be able to develop a personalized plan of care that will address the individual's unique needs and promote optimal aging. So if we consider all aspects of a person's life, tayong mga healthcare providers can contribute in providing more effective and holistic care. Now, let's go to the medical history, okay? Ano ang key points ng medical history? We are going to look or assess for allergy, okay, review the past current medical conditions, medication history, immunization status, and family history of diseases. Okay? So, under the review of past and present medical conditions, alamin niyo if there are presence of chronic conditions. Identifying and assessing the severity of long-term health conditions such as yung mga minention natin ng paulit-ulit, yung heart disease, diabetes, arthritis, and respiratory disorders will be included in the review of past and current medical conditions. Okay? Kasama din dito yung acute illnesses. So you are going to document recent or ongoing illnesses including infections, injuries, and kung merong hospitalizations. Surgical history will also be included. So, record previous surgeries and procedures. Now, under medication history, kasama dito yung prescribed medication. You will identify all medications currently being taken, including dosage and frequency. Okay, aside from that, over-the-counter medications also will also be part of the medication history. So you will document any self-prescribed medications or supplements. Herbal remedies kasama din dito. So you will record the use of herbal or alternative therapies. Kasama din sa medication history yung adherence nila. Assessing the patient's ability to follow medication regimens. Okay, after ng medication history, we will proceed with the allergies. Yung allergies, alamin natin, hindi lang kasi siya sa food, pwede din siya sa medication. So, under medication allergies, we need to identify any known allergies to medications, including anaphylactic reactions or yung anaphylactic shocks. Kasama sa allergies, yung identification of food allergies. Dapat ma-document nyo ano yung specific food that causes allergy. Meron din tayong tinatawag na environmental allergies. So, for any presence of this, you need to identify allergies to substances such as yung mga pollen na galing sa mga halaman or puno nila, dust, or yung mga pet danders. Now, sa immunization status, ang kailangan natin dito malaman yung mga vaccinations nila. Review the patient's immunization history, particularly influenza, pneumonia, shingles, at saka yung COVID-19. Kasi these are older clients. So, compromise ang immune system nila. Kaya, kailangan talaga regular ang vaccinations nila. Ano ba yung mga recommended vaccinations para sa kanila? Dapat, ma-determine din natin yung mga recommended vaccinations sa kanila, and yung mga recommendations based on the patient's age, health status, and risk factors. Kasama yon sa dapat ma-assess natin. Okay, so once you are done with the immunization history, you will proceed with the family history of diseases. Unang-una na dito, yung genetic predispositions. You will identify family members with a history of conditions that may increase the risk or the patient's risk, such as yung heart disease, stroke, diabetes, presence of cancer, or dementia. Alamin nyo rin if there are inherited diseases. So you will assess the presence of genetic disorders in the family. Itong medical history component under the comprehensive geriatric assessment will provide you the foundation to understand the patient's overall health and identify potential risk factors. Pag na-review natin carefully yung mga past and present medical conditions, medication history, allergy, immunization status, at saka family history, this data can provide us a more personalized and effective plan of care for our older clients.